Pickpocketing is a quick path to profit. Just make sure your sleight of hand is up to the task. Yeah, would be a shame if you were caught. Same for detect thoughts. Who would ever fail that? Anyway, before we head on, I was actually thinking about companions, cause where you all know my love for Gale, so I will definitely keep him in the party. And I also really like Shadowheart, so those two are kind of fixed, I guess. But I wanna like rotate and think about who I want to have as the fourth party member. So no offense, Lae'zel, but we're gonna swap Lae'zel for Wyll, for so far we haven't had him in the party, and yeah. Also just to have a look around how they are all bantering and for a bit more variation.
What to do?
And we all know how well Lae'zel takes it when you say stay at camp.
Speak.
Actually, Lae'zel, it would be better if you would wait in camp for me.
Chook. You believe you can survive without me?
Yes, I do. So, I'm not arguing. Remain here.
As you say, do not keep me waiting.
I'm just glad they don't, like, disapprove for that. Because I think otherwise Lae'zel would always disapprove when you say stay at camp.
Well met.
Alright, Wyll, it would be awesome if you would join me.
That's the spirit.
Right, and since we didn't take him along so far, we also have to level him up. And yeah, if there was any doubt, I mean, we already know he's warlock, but it also says somewhere here, you can also find out pretty easily just on the character sheet that he actually has a fiendish patron, so some kind of devil or demon. Civil militia. The weapon proficiency with spears, pikes, halberds and glaives, and armor proficiency with light armor and shields. Alright. So we can take another spell. So first let's have a look which spells we currently know. And we currently know Arms of Hadar. Prevents targets from using reactions. And we have the Armor of Agathis. Let's change maybe the Armor of Agathis and let's go for the Tribute, because it's quite fun. Face paint is looking great, by the way. Thank you. Thought I will give it another go. Yeah, the thing about warlocks is they work quite differently regarding spell slots. So they don't have like a certain amount of spell slots for every long rest, but rather they have way fewer slots. So currently Wyll is at 1, and I think at level 3 it increases to 2, and you regain them every short rest. So kind of different. They are very fast, they are tired, but they also rest up pretty quick, basically. I think Hex is also nice, so you deal additional damage every time you hit a target. And we also get our Eldritch Invocations. And like a must-have basically is the Agonizing Blast, because well, the signature cantrip for Warlocks is the Eldritch Blast. And with Agonizing Blast, it does quite a decent amount of damage. So you do 1d10 plus your Charisma modifier, which is quite good. Especially if you have a look at Wyll, and he has Strength Dumpstat, and, well, Dexterity 13, so basically 12, because it has the same modifier. So you're really relying on using your cantrips and your Charisma-based things. The other thing I think I'm going to take is the Devil's Sight, because with that you get Dark Vision, which also can penetrate magical darkness. And take the Armor of Shadows. Repelling Blast. We can take the Repelling Blast and push people around with Eldritch Blast. Also nice. Let's take the Repelling Blast and try to have some fun. There's another level up. There you see we got another improved Warlock spell. And we get also another spell slot. So let's take Scorching Ray. Because another thing is that you don't have like spell slots on different levels. So level 1, level 2 and so on. But all your spell slots are always on the highest level. So at level 3, all your spell slots are level 2 and so on. Let's see. I think there are still nice options. But I think... let's take the Misty Step just to maybe reach hard to reach areas and stuff. So one of us has that. We can also now choose our Pact boon. The patron bestows a gift upon you for your loyal service. Choose one of the following pacts. We can choose the Pact of the Chain, the Pact of the Blade, and the Pact of the Tome. And with the Pact of the Blade, we can actually use, we get a Pact weapon, and for that we can use the spellcasting ability modifier instead of Strength of Dexterity, which is quite nice, especially for Wyll. Also have a Familiar, which fights along us, also kind of fun. And we can also get in the Pact of the Tome, and with that you get just additional cantrips. I once played a Warlock, Fenris. I think I already told about him in the first Let's Play, and he started out as a Pact of the Tome Warlock. It was quite nice, you get like lots and lots of cantrips. Decisions. Sure. Let's go for Pact of the Blade. Also want to try that out, because they kind of revamped that. And, how do we want it familiar? Let's go for the familiar. You can now summon either an imp or a Quasit, which can also fight alongside us. Just to show you that. We also get the normal options. Of course, Find Familiar is also just a spell for wizards. But you can have like a spider or a raven and stuff. And they are not that strong. So those additional options you just get with the Pact of the Chain, they are quite nice. So let's go for the imp. We have a devil on our side. You remember the ones we fought in the beginning. What is kind of sad is though that well, the spell is fixed, so they don't level up with you or anything. But still, the imp can turn invisible, which is quite nice, and also use sting and a decent amount of damage, I guess.
What path lies before me?
I don't think we need to end the day.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Shadowheart and Gale use some of their slots. Let's travel a little bit more, and then let's have a long rest.
Never wanted the easy path.
And let's see if we get different bantering. I mean, I'm quite sure we will. Delete that one. Of course, we already dug that up. I think it was here. Yes. Oh, and you can get up here. Interesting. Quite sure I would have just completely overlooked that. It's also interesting, since I can't jump there. Now we don't have Lae'zel anymore as our strong companion. Look at that, we're 3 with Strength Dumpstead. So Shadowheart, it's your job. I posted yesterday the first episode of this Let's Play, and there were many people who were like, oh, I'm already there. And like, even people who played the same amount of time I did have reached much later parts in the game. quite interesting. Guess one thing is just reading everything aloud, and another thing is, of course, music turns interesting. And another thing is, of course, that I try to find everything, not to miss stuff. I hope she doesn't get ambushed here. Oh. Another Nautiloid part. Doesn't look too nice.
Might as well take a look.
Kind of funny that Shadowheart is by far our strongest companion in the party currently. It's kind of like a campsite. So far there hasn't been anything... no. Anything too interesting.
That's curious.
Beside a rocky crevice is a silver pendant allowing us to cast guidance. I mean, as long as we have Shadowheart, I don't think it's too interesting to have that. But I mean, since we don't have too many pendants, let's give it to Gale. Or maybe he'll just absorb it later. Look. I have to say, especially with having played so many Larian games, I'm kind of missing the teleporter pyramids from Original Sin 1 and Original Sin 2. So I could just teleport the rest of the party here. Oh well. Got left behind, our imp. So, let's have a look. And maybe a quick save. Doesn't harm.
At the back of the crevice lies a bag enfolded in the chitinous squabbling of spiders. A shiny gold coin pokes from its mouth.
Shadowheart tries to survey the spiders. And guides herself, of course. Nice.
The creatures clutch the pouch possessively. You have no doubt. A spider egg is nestled within.
But do I want a spider egg? Don't think so. Kind of funny, I always thought Shadowheart would be better at sleight of hand than animal handling. But I mean, she's wisdom based, so... Shadowheart decides to speak softly to the spiders in hopes of calming them. We're still guided. Let's hope for the best. Nope. Let's have a look if we are now attacked by spiders.
The spiders skitter about, more nervous than before.
Okay, then let's try the sleight of hand. Shadowheart darts her hand in, hoping to snatch the bag. Those chances are worse. Thank you, luck gods.
The spiders scatter,
Chimera.
and you stash the bag. Something clinks among the coins.
I mean, they could have backed the spider egg. I want the gold. Oh, 13 gold coins. What is kind of funny is that in this game there's only gold. Like when you play regular D&D, you have copper and silver and gold and even 2 more. But here everything is paid in gold. I'd use that right now. We have a spider egg, which we can use as a bonus action. Something or some things wriggle within the sticky shell. Thankfully we can't consume it, but we can throw it or drop it. So I guess we can summon spiders with that.
Let's try this way.
Though I'm not too sure if they are friendly or not if you do that. I mean, if I was in an egg and someone would throw me, I wouldn't be happy.
Let's get going. At least things have stayed interesting.
Was a
Just
time I
joins us.
tussled with hill giants without breaking a sweat. Now, a mere werebear could swat me halfway to arm.
Strange things are happening to us. What festers in our minds may well impel our bodies.
Very interesting that we seem to have lost quite a lot of our powers.
What am I
Shadowheart,
to do?
come back.
Onward then.
The others try to join, but fail. Alright.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
So let's go
These
right
brutes have
here.
seen everything.
Don't think there are right or wrong options in what to explore first. Ah,
People up ahead. Something's wrong.
and Brina. And Edwin. Good. Novice of the Absolute.
You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think he's conscious. Can you hear us, Ed?
You, not a step closer.
A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
It was really funny, by the way, because they all have this mark, and it's not really a spoiler because we know they're novices of the Absolute. It's the Absolute's mark, and in the first versions of the early access, you had that too, with the strange symbol glows, and the narrator also said like, you feel something, authority, but they didn't animate anything, or they didn't have anything, and my friend and I who played the game at the time were like, what are we supposed to see? Which symbol? Why authority? Yeah, and once again we could use the Illithid wisdom, and Garon being a very curious sort, we'll just try that. I will go where I wish. And similar to the capsule in the beginning where Shadowheart was trapped in, we have to do a check, but we are just supposed to not roll another one. And you can't use guidance more than once, which makes sense. Nice.
I'm so sorry. It's our brother, true soul Edwin.
And they are just
He's
convinced.
injured, and
Awesome.
I wasn't thinking.
Something stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. It's taking something you'll never get back. The injured man locks eyes with you. The
Power has the
parasite
prize.
writhes in your head.
Let's try to hold a stare.
Your minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andric and Brenna, new recruits.
That hairstyle though.
Yours to shepherd.
Protect them. Mind the true soul.
Oh, so he has
He.
he's a tadpole too.
He.
And like a Baal amulet.
Edwin!
Sort
Ed!
of murder.
Please!
He's with the Absolute now.
A true soul. Thank the Absolute. Edwin, our brother, he was chosen, like you.
Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin.
So this cult of the Absolute sees people with tadpoles as true souls. I have so many questions, so let's just go ahead and ask some. True soul. What's that supposed to mean?
What? Are you testing us?
A true
Sure.
soul, like you, has been chosen by the Absolute. You speak with her voice. Your words are her command. She grants you the power to enforce her will. And when the time comes, the true souls, you, will rule.
Please. Any supposed new god would have an uphill battle.
Interesting. Is that just a delusion? Like how people see themselves with tadpole? Or is it just like... I told you in the beginning that mind flayer colonies usually have an elder brain like as a hive mind, so controlling everything. Or maybe it's like the identity of an elder brain? Ah. Unfortunately, I can't ask about the Absolute. Anyway, perhaps you can help me. I'm looking for the druid Halsin. And did you hear of him?
I don't know any druids.
Any, at all. Also mock the summary. Ah, come on. Crude summary. You have more to learn of your faith, novice.
I'm sorry, true soul. I only repeated what I thought I knew. It seems the Absolute still has a great deal to teach me.
You seem to be quite devoted. I don't think it's a wise idea to say we are no true soul. Especially because, I mean, maybe we are. Do we know that? So, anyway, why are you out here? The wilderness is quite dangerous. Any specific quest you're going for?
We know that all too well, sir, but the Absolute sent us here.
We're looking for fugitives, survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here.
How are you supposed to do that? These fugitives. Tell me more.
We don't know what they look like, but anyone who survived that crash is bound to be injured. That's enough to get us started. The Absolute wants them found. At any cost.
Let's do the other option first. What exactly happened to your brother?
An oil bear. It had him on the ground before we had a chance to react. We managed to drag him away, but the beast's claws had already done their work. I told Edwin not to look in that cave. It was filthy with oil bear tracks.
Our bears are very, very cute, but also very, very dangerous. I mean, sure, why not? Let's try it. So, you're looking for survivors of the crash? Well, you don't have to look anymore. I'm a survivor of that crash, so are my companions.
You! Brenna, kill him!
Okay. Guess they are not that happy to see us. And they both had a net 1 on their initiative. But that's very curious, because I mean, we got our tadpole on the Illithid ship, on the Nautiloid. And that's supposedly what makes us a true soul, because I mean, this guy also had a tadpole. I'm confused. Why would the Absolute want to kill, like, her true souls? Or are they different? Maybe we are not completed or something. Maybe they wanted to do something different after the tadpole to turn us into true souls.
Another fight.
And
Let's
see,
go.
those summons are quite nice. And they don't seem to be too strong. So I don't think we need to put in any
A tale for the
serious
ages.
resources. Run away. Oh. Nah.
Oh, so much for
Out of
peace.
my way. Yeah, right.
I've got a long road ahead.
And everyone wants to talk about that.
It appears the parasite has bestowed on us the ability to influence others. An interesting power, one that warrants further investigation.
The question is, at what cost does this power come? There are strange times, and even stranger powers. We should seek to understand them before we make any rash decisions.
An astute approach. I'm glad we're of one mind.
Ah, interesting. Everyone wanted to talk, but we just got to talk with Gale about it.
Strange power resonates within the corpse. It calls to you.
Is the tadpole still alive?
Your limbs move of their own accord. There's something of value here, something your mind craves.
Oh.
Why let its host's memories go to waste? The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you, strengthen you.
We could let our body guide us and welcome the tadpole's influence. Interesting, so kind of succumb to tadpole influence. But, yeah, I think it's more Garon's way to kind of try to resist that. But maybe it would be interesting to do later on, after this playthrough, maybe another run, with a more power-hungry, maybe even more evil character. Try to fully go that route. I mean, if you would be interested in that, let me know in the chats and the comments, and maybe I'll do that after I'm done with this playthrough. Even though I don't really know how long it will take. So, Garon forces his mind shut. He will not be influenced by an illicit parasite. Let's see. Ooh.
Your muscles loosen. The tadpole breaks free of its deceased host. Your mind is your own again. For now.
Interesting, that wasn't possible in the early access. Huh? Oh! Ah! You see that? That poor escaped. Still alive. In the early access, you could, with a series of rather difficult checks, you could try to smash that tadpole. And if you succeeded, everyone approved. Oh wow, Edwin had a taste for meat. Look at that, all that sausage.